Many classrooms still exercise a one-size-fits-all prescriptive approach to learning. This type of inflexible instruction acts as a barrier for many students. UDL establishes guidelines which teachers use to create an inclusive learning environment. There are 3 principles: action and expression, engagement, and representation. Our presentation will focus on engagement.
As teachers, it's paramount we build inclusive learning communities to ensure all learners are reached. A way to improve engagement is to provide choice and opportunities for autonomous thinking and learning. That is, allowing students to choose resources and even the task. I'm particularly interested to see how technology integrates with UDL and student choice. Consider a Year 3 reading class of differentiated learners. Why not try Reading Eggs? This is an online reading resource. Children engage with reading as they choose between self-paced, interactive online games and activities. There are over 2,000 levelled books and animated reading and phonics lessons. The students choose the lesson at their level. My junior readers would choose a Reading Eggs task, such as the rhyming square activity where they match 2 different words that rhyme. My higher readers would choose a Reading Express task where they might read an extract and answer questions from an ebook, such as biggest, highest, fastest. They also choose whether they want to listen to audio, read a book, watch a video, play a game, or complete an activity. I used Reading Eggs on Practicum 2 with my Year 3 class. It was a way my AT and I engaged diverse learners through technology. A digital approach offered choice and removed barriers to learning. Lipinski, Gravel and Rose said technology makes learning possible for differentiated learners by creating flexible and supportive learning environments. UDL supports differentiated learners and upholds the New Zealand curriculum's commitment to inclusion.
Having to teach Year 1 and 2 students maths, I knew the key would be to get their interest straight away and then try and maintain it for the duration of the lesson. These students are very young and it is difficult to keep this age group focused and on task for any sustained length of time. The topic had to be real and relevant to their daily lives. Using DMIC, I planned a problem-solving activity that was about a group of 4 brothers buying their school lunch. I knew prior to practicum that there were many large families in the school community, so I assumed a family context would be relatable for them. I also assumed that buying lunch was a normal weekly treat. I was mindful that not all students could find this relevant, as some might not buy their lunch due to cultural or medical reasons, but I still thought they would be able to relate to the concept because handing out lunch orders is a daily school routine. For this age group, everything is about being fair and sharing things equally. This socially relevant concept fitted nicely with the big idea for the maths lesson. The activity was appropriate for their age and ability. The DMIC process allows the activity to be broken up into different stages: the launch, group work, sharing and connecting back. These changes in structure helps the students to maintain their interest throughout the lesson, as they will be listening first, then interacting in a group, and then they will be sharing their ideas back to the group. The process allows many points of evaluation and self-reflection that help all learners regulate their own learning. By incorporating this checkpoint of the UDL guidelines into planning, I have reduced barriers and maximised opportunities for all learners.
The school that I was in for Practicum 3 was very energetic when it came to PE. Most of the students in my Year 7 class were very active. However, not all students were motivated. To improve engagement during PE, I created a safe and predictable environment. Lipinski, Gravel and Rose said there had to be a balance between challenge and support to ensure student learning. Before the class played a game of netball, we practiced ball handling skills. I ensured all students felt confident and were supported by the team. We created a safe, structured, predictable environment. In accordance with Lipinski, Gravel and Rose, I grouped students to practice ball handling skills, creating an opportunity to work collaboratively. As they felt confident, we moved on to a quick ball passing activity. Every student in the team had to catch the ball in order to score a point. This ensured students participated and were engaged. There was a level of difficulty as the students could intercept passes. These challenges encourage students to work collaboratively and support each other. After practicing ball handling skills and our quick warm-up, we gathered as a class and I questioned the students about the session. We reflected on what was learnt and provided feedback and feed forward. It was important for students to provide feedback as this facilitated further learning. Using the UDL guideline helps teachers understand that students learn differently. They need to utilize various tools and strategies to ensure all learners are included.
Teachers hold commitments to both the teaching profession and learners in which we must uphold and acknowledge to the best of our ability. It is important to ensure teaching is effective and of a high standard, and that practices are inclusive and support the needs and abilities of all learners. To promote success and engagement, a universal design to learning can be implemented to sustain the effort and persistence of students through varying the demands and resources, resulting in challenge to be optimised. This can be encouraged through providing physical and hands-on activities. The game of Simon Says can be used to implement a universal design for learning in multiple ways in a Year 3 Te Reo Māori lesson. By presenting the required instructions such as hareatu, kanikani, hikoi and e noho on magnets or labels around the classroom, as well as in teacher instruction, students become exposed to the required vocabulary and are able to shift, organise and use these words in whichever way they feel comfortable. As student engagement is influenced by the way in which they are asked to demonstrate their knowledge, it is important for new learning to be presented in varying ways, enabling all students to have access to the material. To ensure students are engaged, lessons must hold a level of appropriate challenge so individuals can progress. Teachers promote persistence within the game of Simon Says through allowing the students the opportunity to play with the words first. Once they become comfortable and can remember them, they are then removed so children are required to use their recall skills. This sequence can be repeated when new instructions are introduced, making it more challenging for the children, as they have to continue to build their word bank and acknowledge their recall processes. The Ministry of Education State Universal Design enables teachers to ensure their practice acknowledges the skills, knowledge and experiences of all learners. As everyone learns differently, flexible opportunities to engage with and present information should be encouraged in learning environments, and lessons should allow students to be challenged so their learning progression is not hindered.
In conclusion, it is clear UDL practices impact engagement and learning. We have discovered teachers must uphold their commitment to their students and ensuring diversity is met. This aligns with the New Zealand curriculum principle of inclusion.